action!
The king of the kitchen, the ruler of recipes, the prince of potatoes and of the veggie table. Here's Scott.
Today is the day before Christmas. Santa Claus is coming tonight. I'm really excited. But you know, last year, Elfie came here and cursed me out. Told me my treats suck. Well, I'm telling you this right now. This year, I'm making some good treats. Good, healthy treats. Celery sticks and carrot sticks. Wash them up here a little bit. How many carrots do you think I should cut up? I think 2's enough. There's only one Santa Claus and I think 8 or 9 tiny reindeer. 2 carrots should be enough. You know that Elfie last year told me that my treats that I left for Santa Claus weren't really good. I don't know what's wrong with that. One year I left him 2 Oreo cookies. The next year I left him some oatmeal and some garlic breadsticks. They were pretty good. And the year after that, I left him a can of sardines and a Diet Dr. Pepper. Apparently Alfie didn't think that was cool. Well, you know, that old man Saint Nick probably could lose a few pounds. So I'm making him a healthy treat this year. I know the reindeer's gonna love these carrot and celery sticks. Let me see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1 for each reindeer, and Santa Claus gets 4. Should work out all right. And on the celery sticks, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's one for each reindeer. 6, 7, 8. 8 for Santa Claus. That should be pretty good. Maybe 7 for Santa Claus. These celery sticks are good. Harvey, who's that? It's that Elfie guy. Oh no, not that potty mouth elf again. Every other word that comes out of his mouth is a curse word.
Well, tomorrow is Christmas.
Yes.
Santa Claus will be coming tonight.
Yeah, today is very exciting. Tonight is going to be wonderful. Yeah. And by the way, it is so wonderful to see you again.
Stop with the kissing up. You're supposed to leave Santa a treat tonight. Well, let me be brutally honest. Your treats suck.
Well, last year I made the blueberry lemon cream cheese cookies. You thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, okay, they were pretty good. But that was last year. And this is this year. And you're still on probation. And I'm still your probation elf.
Well, I made something really good this year, and I know Santa and the reindeer are going to love it. Carrot sticks and celery sticks. And I'm even going to put them in a little plastic Ziploc bag. There you go. All ready for Santa Claus.
Celery and carrot sticks? You must be kidding me. We at the North Pole expect more out of you and this kitchen. You know, what goes around comes around. You gotta step up your game, dude.
Well, I could make some chocolate chip cookies.
Well, let me check my database on my laptop. Nope. Martha Stewart's got the chocolate chip cookies again this year.
Why does Martha get to make the chocolate chip cookies every year?
Because she's at the top of the totem pole and you're at the bottom.
Sugar cookies?
Sugar cookies? No. Jamie Oliver's got the sugar cookies again this year.
Oatmeal raisin?
Nope. Chef John.
Brownies?
Nope. Gordon Ramsay again this year.
Peanut butter cookies?
Nope. Bobby Flay has got the peanut butter cookies. And you can't beat Bobby Flay.
Well, what do you got that's open?
Well, let me check. How about caramel popcorn? Nobody's got caramel popcorn.
Okay, caramel popcorn it is.
Well, get your in gear. I'm sending an email to Santa Claus letting him know you're going to do the caramel popcorn. If you want any presents from Santa Claus this year, caramel popcorn better be good. Santa Claus will let me know how the caramel popcorn turned out. You know, that Scotch is a real challenge.
Is Elfie gone? Yeah, I think so. I've never made caramel popcorn before. I don't know how. What am I going to do? Hey, Scotch. What? Here's an advertisement in today's paper. What does it say? Mr. Popcorn, the popcorn expert. Does the advertisement say that Mr. Popcorn will come to this house? Popcorn popped in your house. Does the advertisement say that Mr. Popcorn can make caramel popcorn. Expert in all kinds of popcorn. Regular, nacho cheddar, cheesy jalapeno. That's got to be pretty good. Yeah. What about caramel popcorn? Bacon cheddar, ranch, garlic parmesan, white cheddar. Oh, here's something really interesting. Dill pickled popcorn. Whew. Caramel popcorn. What about caramel popcorn? Sour cream and onion popcorn, buffalo wing popcorn, sriracha popcorn, cracked pepper Asiago popcorn, caramel popcorn. Caramel popcorn. Caramel popcorn, hey, that's great. Oh, and he's got a 24/7 emergency hotline. Well, this is an emergency. Yeah, I think so. What's his number? 1-800 Mr. Popcorn. Help. This is an emergency. Yeah, this is Scotch McScotch. I need caramel popcorn right away. ASAP. I think he hung up. Is Mr. Popcorn coming? He didn't say, he just hung up. Harvey, who's that? It looks like Mr. Popcorn. Oh, Mr. Popcorn, I'm so happy you could make it. I'll help you out. No. You go stand over by the Christmas tree. Over here? Yeah. I don't need any help. By the Christmas tree. Move a little closer to the Christmas tree. And just stay right there. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a pleasure to be here in Scotch's kitchen to pop some popcorn for him. And we're going to make caramel popcorn. That was his request. And you know, this is on an emergency basis, as I understand it. And normally during emergencies, I charge twice the amount that I normally do. But because this is Christmas Eve, I'm going to cut Scotch a break. Okay? And maybe he'll have me back on his show at a later date. So, Scotch, thank you very much. And stay by the Christmas tree, all right? Don't move. Look a little bit closer to the tree. Okay, good. Yeah. So anyway, I brought all the equipment that I need and all the ingredients right in here. So let's take a look. Well, right here is the popcorn popper. And you say, wow, I've never seen anything like that. Well, that's because you haven't seen anything like that. And I just want to show you whoever invented this is a genius. He made it out of silicone. And it comes out, you pop the popcorn right inside there in the microwave. And I'll show you how that's done. Now, I also got this colander, but I had to modify it. And I had to drill bigger holes in the bottom here. See, I had a drill. I'll show you. And I did that at home. But the holes in the bottom are bigger than the rest of the holes on the side. This will separate the unpopped kernels from the popcorn. It's genius. I also have this pan here to catch that. I'll show you how that works. I've got a little mixing tool. I've got another mixing tool. I've got some measuring cups. I almost forgot. I do have some popcorn right here. That's kind of, this is a cheap yellow popcorn. I buy it by the 100 pounds, you know, lasts me a week or so. And I got some butter. Got to use some butter. We got some light brown sugar. Now some people use dark brown sugar, and some people use white sugar. White sugar is no good. You got to go with the brown sugar, and you should use the light brown sugar because it gives this popcorn a nice golden glaze. Oh, it looks so good. The dark brown sugar, I think it makes it like too dark. It makes it look like too heavy, and you won't eat as much. But the light brown sugar, that's the way to go. Okay, now you also need some Caro corn syrup. I like using Caro corn syrup in there. And need some vanilla extract. So I got that. And I got a fork. I don't know how that fork got in there. Oh well. I guess I got a fork in here. And the secret ingredient, if you don't know anything about making caramel popcorn, is you got to put in some baking soda. Baking soda. Not baking powder, baking soda. And I'll show you what happens. Let's move this big mixing pot and this tray. And now this tray is going to go in the oven with the popcorn. And I'll show you how that's done and why a little bit later. We'll set this right over here. There's a specific order that you got to follow when you make this caramel popcorn. You first got to pop the popcorn. That's very important. And then the second step is you make the caramel that goes on top of the popcorn. And you got to be real fast with it. And I'll tell you about that later. But anyway, let's pop some popcorn and get it ready. So in this special popcorn popper, I put a quarter cup of this cheap popcorn in there. And then the next thing you got to do is you got to put this lid on there. But you just lay it on nice and easy. You don't want to seal it up. You just want that popcorn. So this lid prevents the popcorn from popping all over the sky, you know, hitting the ceiling and everything like that. You don't want that. So you don't want to push that lid in there so tight that it seals it up, because there's a lot of steam that comes out and it goes around that lid. Now into the microwave it goes, and I put it in for 2 minutes and 34 seconds. And you say, why on earth are you so specific with 2 minutes and 30? Because it's 2, 3, 4. That's how I remember it. 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4, start. You know, I say about 97, 98%, maybe 99% of those kernels will pop. But there's always got to be a few kernels that don't pop. Those are stubborn kernels. I call them stubborn. All right? They don't pop when they're supposed to pop. In fact, sometimes they don't pop at all. That's why I use this separator, all right? And I'll show you, it's pretty effective. Starting to pop. Now, I'll tell you, the last thing you want are these unpopped popcorn kernels in your caramel popcorn. You don't want that. So you gotta make sure you get those unpopped kernels out of there. It's really popping away. It's popped. got nice little handles on here so you don't, because gets really hot. Oh, and by the way, you can smell that popcorn. Oh, it is delicious smelling. Now we want to take this lid off right away and the steam will come out. And here's what we got to do. We got to put some popcorn in there, about half of that, and listen. You see, you didn't hear any of those kernels fall through because there aren't any unpopped kernels in that one. So we'll put that there. And we'll put this in there. And we'll put the rest of that in there. And listen. Now listen very closely. Now look at those unpopped kernels in there. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'd say there's about 20, 25 kernels that are stubborn and they don't pop. And that's why I use this here. By the way, let me taste one here, make sure. Oh, that's good. So we'll put that in. Now we're going to do this again. Two, three, four. I love popcorn. That's why they call me Mr. Popcorn. Now each time I just put a little bit of salt, not too much. Well, I could eat popcorn all day long. Second batch is done. You know, you're never going to get 100% of the kernels to be obedient and pop. You know, they just have their own mind sometimes. We're doing a third batch. Dribble a little bit of salt on there. Salt and caramel. What a combination. Whoever invented that, I don't know. Yeah, I did. Scotch, you invented it? I'll be dingus. Don't forget the salt each time. You don't need a lot of salt, just a little bit. And if you're making this at home and you don't have a big, giant, massive, humongous bowl like this, just divide it up into 2 smaller bowls. I mean, this is the bowl that the professionals use. And I'm a professional. Quality control check. Not bad. It's good popcorn. Now before I proceed to make the caramel that's going to go on the popcorn, I have to turn the oven on to 234 degrees. And you say, what's up with this 234? It's just easier to remember. 234 in the microwave, 234 degrees in the oven. Check the oven, make sure there's nothing else in there. Now I just turned on this little stove here, and the first thing that we got to do is we got to put 2 sticks of butter in there. There's 1. And there's 2. When you're making this stuff, it's not like you're making rice pudding and going real slow. This is a fast operation, so you got to be ready. But like I say, once this operation gets flowing, you got to keep up with it. That butter is starting to melt pretty good now. You know, some people make this without the butter. It stinks. Without the butter, it stinks. I mean, if you're going to make professional caramel popcorn like me, then you got to put the butter into it. And remember, 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar. And I'm talking a heaping cup of brown sugar. 1 cup. You got to put the brown sugar to it. You got to put the butter to it. You got to put the brown sugar to the butter. All right, now we're getting some action down there, and we got to get going. There's 1. There's 2. And a little bit more. So we got to make sure that the level of heat that we're putting to this stuff here, it's got to be just right. Too hot, you'll burn it. Too low, it just won't melt. Now you can see that this brown sugar here is getting pretty well dissolved into the butter, and it's almost like in a liquid state. You know, when I was growing up, somebody said liquid state, and I said, where is that? Is that near like Texas or Pennsylvania? Liquid state? Okay, now we have to add between a half a cup and a whole cup of this corn syrup. And here we go. That would be like a 1/4 cup. I'm measuring this. Well, there, that's the oven that's warmed up. Oh, I lost track here. That's got to be enough. Whoa. That's got to be enough for that. Yeah, that's good. Now I use salted butter, so I really don't have to add any salt to this. I also added salt to the popcorn over there, because I got to add about a tablespoonful of vanilla. That looks good. That's wonderful. All right, now I'm going to have to turn the heat up just a little bit until I see this is starting to get very hot, almost ready to boil. And you can see that there's no granular sugar. It's all liquefied now. It's in a liquid state. Okay, now I'm sort of going with 2 hands now. I got my left hand stirring over there, and I've got my right hand reaching for this baking soda. And yeah, it's ready. It's starting to boil now. Here we go. It's in. And look at this stuff go crazy now. It's changing color a little bit. It's sort of like it's foaming up. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Be careful, just don't let it go over the top. Oh, we definitely got some caramel to go on that popcorn. I better take it off the heat now. All right. All right. Here we go. We're going to start mixing. You got to dribble this stuff all around. And you got to mix it up while you're doing it. You don't want to overdo it in any one spot. Oh, this is looking so good and smelling so good. I don't want to eat it right now because that caramel is so hot it'll burn your tongue. You know, hot liquid sugar, don't touch it. Don't try to put it in your mouth. No, no, no. That stuff will send you to the hospital. Well, I'm lifting it up, and I'm also turning this big bowl, professional bowl, around so I get it thoroughly mixed. Oh, it's so tempting that you want to eat some of it right now, but you don't want to do that. This part is done. Now the next step is we got to transfer from this big bowl over to this baking tray. But before we put it on there, I want to put just a little bit, not, oh, did you hear that? Psst. That's all you put in there. Psst. That's it. You take a paper towel and you go all over the bottom of this tray and the sides. It's almost like it's not even there, but let me tell you, it's better to do it that way. The next step is to transfer this stuff over to this baking tray. Oh my goodness gracious, this is looking so good. Scotch, it's really looking good. And you're getting it for almost half price. We want to spread this out on this baking tray. Oh no, looks like there's a defect. I guess I'm wrong. That was good. We have to put this in the oven. And some people will say, you gotta bake it. No, we're not baking it. We're gonna dehydrate it. Dehydrate it. That is, right now it's kind of sticky. So we're gonna put it in the oven to dehydrate it and make it a little bit dry so it doesn't stick. Although it's good when it sticks. Okay, we're gonna put this in the oven for 1 hour, maybe 2, but 1 hour should be enough. And we're gonna visit this every 15 minutes and mix it up a little bit, okay? So we'll put it in the oven and we'll set the timer for 15 minutes. Now what I do is I always write down what's in the oven. And I say popcorn and 15. And that way I can keep track of how long the popcorn's been in there. So when the timer goes off, I'll mix that popcorn. It's now caramel popcorn, by the way. I'll mix that caramel popcorn up a little bit just to keep it moving around, see how much it's dehydrating. I've had the popcorn in the oven now for about 1 hour and 15 minutes and it's dehydrated nicely, so it's pretty loose, and now we're ready to take it out of the oven. Well, the caramel popcorn has been cooling down right here, and it's been dehydrated very nicely, so the kernels are very loose. You can see that came out perfectly. Scotch it. It's looking pretty good. Just perfect. So I bagged these up special. I guess my work is done here. Scotch, Merry Christmas. I'll send you the bill. Santa's gonna love this. Ladies and gentlemen, Harvey McScotch.